That's right. A very good evening to each and every one of you, wherever you are joining us from around the world. Welcome in the ring, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome to each and every one of you, guys. And we trust that you guys have had a fantastic, beautiful, exciting day, delightful day, wherever in the world you guys were today. We hope that if you went to work, you did so diligently, that you worked with character, you allow your values to shine through, and you did so with integrity, guys. Whether you were at work, you were at school, even if you stay at home, whatever business you are involved in today. We trust that all is well, that all went well. Well, we come on a couple of minutes early because we see those folks on YouTube, we can see their comments coming through quite early. Candy, Nalene Inderjeet, and the other folks, Selena Fraser, and all the other guys there. And they were rowing when y'all starting this show. Where were you guys? Isn't it 8 o'clock? I said, some of y'all bad behavior, though. Some of you guys are very, very, very bad behavior people, folks. Very, very bad behavior people. Wilton Blue, we see you. Margaret, we see you as well. Tia Pompey, we see you. Volmir Wilson, Matthew James, Wilton Blue, Ngozi Griffith. Yep, Lynn McDonald, Eben Lammy, Charlene, good to see you. Brenda Braffett again. Guys, if you don't make a comment, we won't see your name and to give you a shout out. Want to say a very, very special shout out to a couple folks this evening. Very, very special shout out to a couple folks like Gail Alicock of New Jersey, and also Glennis Chilcott, also of New Jersey. Good to see you guys. Thank you for the things. Thank you for the price. Some of you all fast, you all up in our business. You all want to know what we're talking about. Thank you for the things, folks. Each and every one of you guys, we are so grateful that so many of you could join the live stream this evening, guys. Denise Mitchell, Anto Douglas, Idris Williams, Margaret Craig, and Unruly Moore. We always get some of these names from, guys. Heaven Faith here. Heaven Faith. Nikki Innes. A great evening to all you beautiful, fantastic folks. Folks, I went to court today. All the trenches and the jagabats. Respect our manners to everybody joining our live stream. Guys, whether you agree to our political views, our social, our religious views, once you hear folks like Emily Duran, a good evening to each and every one of you. Good night, folks. We are fired up here and we are ready to go, ready to head into the fight card, pace and power in 2022. Good to see all of you guys. Folks, as you come on the live stream, we advise you to share. Lots of people name calling tonight. We got lots of information for you guys. Mia Motley, the Prime Minister of Barbados. Mia name calling. Mia's been calling our name. Guyanese names. Mia name calling tonight. Good to see every one of you. The trenches. The trench crappos. Y'all name calling too. Jagabats. Everybody name calling. Guys, great to see each and every one of you. We got a lot of information. We want to choke y'all with information this evening. Get your lawyers on standby. Get your doctors on standby. Lots of information. Wayne Anthony, we see you there from St. Kitts and Nevis. Richland, we see you as well. Yulie North, we see you too. Jackie Baird and Paul Bourne. Elizabeth Lovell. Keith Ben. Margaret. Good to see each and every one of you. Folks, let us get our housekeeping out of the way. We've been asking you guys to come on board, and partner with us, guys. You all say y'all in the struggle, but some people not putting their money where their mouth is. We've been asking you guys to come on board and partner with us on a monthly basis. 5, 10, 15, 20 US dollars. Help to move our program forward. Help to move all our program forward. In the ring, below the belt, our website, credible sources, and all the other things we do here. We even got some merch coming up, folks, and we thank you guys for your support. Come on board. We got the Cash App platform available. Our Cash App handle is the $, in the ring 592. At PayPal, we're in the ring 592 at gmail.com. We have also the MMG system. That's the Guyanese Cash App, guys. Our number there is 627-6963. As well, we are available via MoneyGram, available via Western Union as well, guys. And we encourage you guys to come on board, our friends, and support our efforts here. You all see how they're fighting us. But we're fighting them back, folks. We're delivering some punches, folks. And that is why we need your help to keep moving forward, pace and power in 2022, guys. We ain't letting up. We are not giving up. Boots on the ground. We ain't backing down, folks. I want to thank you so much for all of your support. But each and every one of you, wherever in the world you guys are joining us from this evening, welcome, welcome in the ring. If you guys are joining us on Twitter, you guys are joining us on YouTube, you guys are joining us on Facebook, we encourage you guys to share the live stream wherever you guys are joining us from this evening. We're ensuring that we are sharing as well and that we are coming nicely on all of the channels. Oh my, thank you guys so much. So many of you have already shared the live stream. Give me a second to turn this down here. Let me monitor what's happening at it from this end as well. We don't want any feedback there. But good to see each and every one of you guys, wherever you are joining us from. Let's take a share break. Let's take a share break. Can we do that? Let's take a share break. Let me see that. I need to pin a comment. Which is asking you guys to share. Sheila, Spurley, Linda, good to see each and every one of you. Good to see each and every one of you. Linda Webster, I'm reading this now from my cell phone. Brenda, is it Bonetta? Bonetta John. Yep. Good to see each and every one of you folks, wherever you guys are joining us from. Dion Benjamin, Sandra Hanover, Auntie Sandra Hanover, Roxanne Odessawar, Cheryl Chase, Chisung Henry, Ravi Lal, Gwyneth Jones. Guys, a very good evening to each and every one of you. I don't know about you, but are you ready to get into the fight, guys? We won't waste no time, peoples. We don't want to waste no time. Guys, how was the day at your end? We trust that you guys had a really beautiful, fantastic, fulfilling, productive day, folks. We want more life in our days, not just more years to our life, guys, but life in our years. Good to see each and every one of you, and we trust, guys, that those of you who still got a couple hours to go, you're going to have the strength to go through those hours, to rise to the challenges that are still before you. Welcome in the ring, each and every one of you. Guys, are you ready to go to the fight card? Terrell, Patricia Leacock, Monica Jones, Robin Lorraine, are you ready to go to the fight card? Yannick Lynch, what about you? Are you ready? Guys, I don't know about you, but I'm fired up and I am ready to go. We have said here in the ring, we said in 2022, it's pace and power. 2022, guys, pace and power. And we're so privileged that you guys are strengthening yourself. You're all in training, you're all exercising and so on. Ready to get going. Fired up, ready to go. That's how my lawyers and I were in the court this morning. Fired up and ready to go. We're going to talk about that a little later on in the program, but pace and power right now, guys. Are you ready? Pace and power. You're ready to bamba? You ready to roll with the big boys? Ready to chill with the big boys? Good to see each and every one of you. Let's get off, guys. Pace and power. Picking up some news from around the region, guys, because you know, if there's a ripple in Jamaica, it affects us here. Something happens in Trinidad, it affects us here. Global village, guys. Some news from around the region. I told you all, me your name calling. Me your Bartley name calling tonight. Folks, wherever you're joining us from, share the live stream. Good to see Candy Inderjeet. Good to see all of the other folks. Me your calling we name, and me your name calling as well. Me your name calling. Folks, one of Mia's former ministers, who has now left the party, left the government, former government Senator Lucille Moore. Lucille Moore said, she frightened me now. She said, power gone to me ahead. She said, I'm afraid. Moses' power has changed me, Martley. That's what the woman said. I want to quote part of Barbados Today. Just over the weekend, what Senator Lucille Moore says. Moore, according to Barbados Today, who served as Minister of Information, Broadcasting and Public Affairs in Mia Mottley's administration up to July 2020, told Barbados Today she has known the Barbados Labour Party leader for over 50 years, considered her a little sister, and had been very protective of her over the years. However, the daughter of the late Barbados Attorney General and Chief Justice of Belize, George Moore, said she had no choice but to disassociate herself from her erstwhile friend. Moore said she believes in democracy and that power had changed the Mia she knew. She went on, folks. She says, I've been in politics for the better part of my life. This is Lucille Moore. In my early life, when I was at secondary school, my father was a politician. And I've watched all. I knew all of them. Errol Barrow coming right through. What is the difference to me with Mia? Is Mia has changed. She got real power. Because the power of the Prime Minister is great under the parliamentary democracies we have in these Caribbean islands. And regrettably, Lucille Moore says, Mia has changed. She has not been handling the power like you thought she would have. She has not been handling power like you thought she would have. Folks, that is Lucille Moore. It's my friend. And if Lucille says power has changed Mia, who will really disagree? I would love to talk with Mia Mottley. We got lots of Guyanese living in Barbados. I would love to ask her, why should Guyanese vote for her? Why should Guyanese put her back in power? So if anybody got a link up for us to talk to Mia, let's make it happen, folks. I've already sent out some correspondences waiting to see what happens. But if you guys got a link up, whoever, I'm just throwing that out there in the ether, into the universe. Whoever got a link up to give us Mia. This is what Lucille Moore, Mia's former minister, says she's afraid. Literally, the woman says, power has changed Mia, and you're either in the Mia camp or you're not. Now, just over the weekend, Mia was telling Barbadians they gotta get an act together. Mia said the Guyanese ain't coming here anymore. Y'all gotta get your act together. Submit yourself to training. Go back into carpentry and those things. I said, hold up, Mia. Really? Really? You really think Guyanese ain't going to Barbados anymore? I said, hold up, Mia. You know things tight here. You all understand why you want to talk to Mia? This is what she said on the campaign trail recently, guys. Take a listen.
For the time that you repaying the loan, and then when the loan pay back, you're getting all the money that you would have saved with the electricity bill that you would have paid the electricity bill before. These are the things that we have come to you this election to discuss. To give you skills. The construction boom last time the Guyanese came. The Guyanese ain't coming no more. They've got oil. They've got oil. Don't get tired. So we have to find the skills from within. And our young people need to be able to go and learn basic carpentry and basic masonry. 8-week and 12-week courses. We started from March if you give us the vote on Wednesday.
That's why I say, hold on. Mia, hold on. We ain't coming anymore. Mia things tight. You can tell Barbados don't have oil. You can tell. How much people Mia think working in this oil industry here? It's about 10. It's about 10 people. How much people you think this oil rig can take up? It's about 10 people. So Mia, hold on. Don't turn Barbadian minds again back against Guyanese. Hold on. Y'all see why I want to talk to Mia? I want to tell Mia things tight. I don't know when Irfan and Mia meet, what Irfan is telling me, but I want to tell Mia things tight. Mia know how much boro costs here? How much plantain costs in this country? So when Mia said Guyanese aren't coming here, who gave Mia that information? We got oil? Mia knows the price of bottle of cooking oil in this country? Or are we talking about the oil that ExxonMobil shipping out? Huh? And now that we pumping oil and more discoveries, we ain't feeling it. So I say, Mia, hold on. Look, whoever could give us the link up. Whoever could give us the link up with Mia, let us know. We want to talk to Mia. Because first thing, Mia Faxrang. Mia Faxrang. I don't foresee Guyanese not going to Barbados for work in the foreseeable future. As long as you got Catfish and them boys at the top there, as long as we got the Jagabats and the Trench Crapper, Guyanese will be traversing to Barbados and other places looking for work. Looking for work. So hold on, Mia. Hold on. But folks, that is just some of what has been happening around the region. So again, guys, if somebody out there, I know we got a lot of big ones who listen to this program. If y'all got the hook up to hook me up with me, I would love to talk to me about what's happening in Barbados, or handling of the country, or leadership in Barbados and internationally. And that statement there, Guyanese and coming, listen to me. Things tight. And I will prove that to you if you're watching. Guys, a great evening to each and every one of you, wherever around the world you guys are watching this program from. Of course, we want to see the emojis and we want to see those shares as well. Share the live stream. Moving on in the fight card, folks. Moving on, y'all know we extra here. Fires of the PPP. The fires of the PPP. We told y'all it's a fire nation. It's two kind of people in this country. You got the fire nation and you got the fight nation. The fire nation on the side and the fight nation. Yes, sir. Two kind of people. Fire nation and fight. Fight nation. Guys, share the live stream. There have been so many fires in this country since August 2nd, 2020. It boggles the mind. And in the little square mile that is Georgetown, there has been a lot of fires in that short space of time. It makes you wonder, by the time we get to 2025, it'll be like somebody drop a Hiroshima bomb on Georgetown. It'll be total devastation if we continue with this spate of fires. Just last evening, folks, we learned that the entire Le Parc and Bond there on Lombard Street was gutted by fire. The entire bond. Nothing was saved. Absolutely nothing was saved there. Total devastation. The fires of the PPP. Folks, the fires of the PPP. That's what's happening every other day. Just last week, we were talking about the GRA fire. The GRA bond on Smythe Street. And then we were talking about the Ansel McCall building in New Amsterdam last week. This weekend here is high risk Saturday, high risk Sunday. Fire at Le Parc and on Lombard Street. Guys, take a look. Take a look at some of the devastation there. And I invite you guys, wherever you're picking up the broadcast from, share this live stream. We want other folks to get this valid and credible information. Take a look at some of the devastation in the aftermath of this fire of the PPP. Take a look, guys. Millions of dollars in damages. Millions upon millions of dollars in damages. Guys, we're still holding for them to tell us what is the cause or what was the cause of this fire. The same way we're holding for them to tell us what was the cause or who was the cause of that fire that destroyed the DPP's office and the Office of Professional Responsibility for the Ghana Police Force there by Ivlery, by the seawall. We're still waiting for that report. And then we have this fire now at the Le Parc and Bond down there at Lombard Street. You know, folks who would have suffered losses, we know that lots of barrels, prags come through Le Parc and for Guyanese. This is how we survive. Things tight. You understand why I said, Mia, don't let me hurry yet to say Guyanese isn't coming to Barbados any longer. Things tight. And that same oil we discover here gonna be used to slide out of here. That's how things tight. Things are tight. And so again, folks, we are watching and waiting to see what or who is to be blamed for this massive fire that ripped through all of the Le Parc and Bond there on Lombard Street. And folks, I want you guys to take another look at this devastation that occurred down there. Just yesterday, folks. We know some people eyes slow, so we gotta give you all a second look. Some of y'all like peep too much. Your neighbor's furniture coming, you peep and say eyes trail. We gotta give you all a second look. We told you all guys, fires of the PPP is a fire nation. We have a fire nation, and a fight nation. Now guys, take a look at some of the fires that they have been since this installed regime has come in. We have been chronicling it here. If you're an avid viewer of this program, you know we have been using our resources and chronicling these many, many fires of the PPP. But you share the live stream so that folks get the credible and valid information. And folks, this is not fires nationally, you know. This is just fires in the central area, in the national capital city in Region 4. Yeah, the Brickdam police station fire. The Georgetown Public Hospital fire. Just recently, we talked just now about the OPR, the Office of Professional Responsibility in the Ghana Police Force, and the DPP's office, Charlestown Post Office, Camp and Charlotte Street, a whole building there went up in flames. Sharon's Mall went up in flames. Folks, we sharing the live stream. It's a fire nation. And then we had Le Parc just yesterday. And when it's not fire, it's fire alarms. When it's not fire, ladies and gentlemen, it's fire alarms going off. It's a fire nation. Alistair Gill and Kwesi Moffat, Pauline Hawk Kippins and Candy, Nilene Inderjeet, Jackie Bear. It's a fire nation. So we had these near fires, NIS Brickdam, GPO, Camberville Post Office, Ministry of Local Government, and regional event. You all understand what we mean when we say fires and rumors of fires? Fires and rumors of fires, ladies and gentlemen. Fires and rumors of fires. So to live in this country, you gotta get your trident, your heavy protection against fire. You gotta walk around with your fire extinguisher. Fire and rumors of fire. We are a fire nation. We are a fire nation. One has to only ask, where will the fire occur next week? Where will it happen next? We're a fire nation. Moving on, folks. Moving on. Picture of the day. Guyana is not a real place, ladies and gentlemen. Guyana is not a real place. Picture of the day. There are so many submissions on a daily basis for picture of the day. Audrey Bobbin, Brenda Bowman, Flora Jacobs-Ward, Seborn, Antia De Silva, Claudette Harry. So many submissions on a daily basis for picture of the day. But this one, our editor says, is the one for today. Out of the dozens, oh Father, if you're going to take a photo, if you're going to make a photo up, if you're going to scramble a photo up, at least hold the rake properly, man. At least don't hold the rake back to front. We know them photographers can say, Chief, stand up like you're raking grass. We know that's what them photographers can say. Them photographers can say, chief, stand up like you're raking grass, right? Because when you're out here, you have to do a little work, right? Next thing you know, the man holding it. The man holding the rake upside down for 5 years. People have been cleaning up this city, the national capital city of Georgetown. Earphone never step out the big fancy vehicle, the big fancy offices. Never step out once. Now the man step out the whole rake. The man hold the rake back to front. Folks, we don't just report on these things like, Julia Benjamin, Natasha. You see these catfish, jackabat tendencies? You see these trench crapo tendencies, holding rake back to front and so on? Folks, we can't make these things up, The photographers have a right. I understand it. In public office, you got photo ops. Right? You got photo ops. Them boys say, holy rake, chief. Right? And let me make it look like you're sweeping up and so on, like you're helping out here. And you grab a rake and so on and you ting. But you got to make sure the rake pointing in the right direction. Folks, we got to make sure the rake pointing in the right direction. So this folks, hands down, mail our photo of the day. Hands down. Folks, look this little patchy area. Look, people. How much people you can take for clean? Ordinarily, you can get about 3 city council workers in this area picking up this grass. You got about 300. You got about 300. Folks, this is not a country, though. This is not country guy, It's a civilized plantation. Martin Carter said that. Our late, great national poet, Martin Carter. He said, we ain't got a country. It's a civilized plantation. I know this area by the Square of the Revolution. It's a little piece of reserve that is bordered by the road on all sides. A little piece of reserve. This is a 0.23 something of an acre. 300 people picking up grass here. And then you have my earphone get the rake back to front. Folks, this is not a country, though. This is not a country. This is not a country, though. It's a civilized plantation. Big Uncle Gordon says, life on the dam. Life on the dam. That is what Big Uncle Gordon will say. It's life on the dam. Right? So they shut out the main city council from this cleanup because they want to embarrass them. Right? Local government come in like have to score some point. God knows they ain't scoring no point in the economy. Not with planting prices where they are and bore and so on. They ain't scoring no points in the healthcare sector. So they said we can come. And we can do like we clean up. We hold the rakes and we can ting. Right? But the photographer and tell the man how to hold the rake. You see, you're not accustomed holding rake. When accustomed holding rake, it's trouble, guys. When you're not accustomed to holding the rake, it's trouble. Right? This is a big controversy now, folks. It's Rakegate. It's Rakegate. This is the photograph that dominated social media over the weekend. It's not me at court. It's not me at CID. It's not the park on fire. This is the photograph. The rake turned back to front. You see when you guys want photo, folks, who's sharing this live stream, man? We want to see the emojis. Who's sharing this live stream? It's Rakegate. And the PNCR leader, Mr. Aubrey Norton, he took Starbuck News to task today for an editorial, calling them out. And calling them out rightly so. Right? Rightly so. He said this here is election stunts. Is election stunts, them boy pull in, he call it right. He call it right. Right? He says the newspaper's own case. In the newspaper's own case, it said that this exercise reeked of devious and self-serving political calculations on the part of the PPP. How many of us can agree with that? It reeked of devious, self-serving political calculations on the part of the PPP. Aubrey in a statement, in a video statement, said, while the cleanup of the city is welcome, it has to be noted rather that it is the government's decision to starve city council of funds, its unwillingness to allow the representatives of the people to function, and its desire to dominate and control all aspects of people's life in Guyana that is responsible for the terrible state of the city. And if I agree with nothing else, folks who are watching us, Trenchies, Jagabats, Jebusites, Hepasites, and all the other folks, y'all can stifle your conscience. But you all know this part is true. The PPPC inherited a clean city. A clean city. Sparkly clean. Squeaky clean city. And as the statement says, in pursuance of its policy to make the PNCR and APNU AFC let councils look bad, it facilitated a pile-up of garbage in the city. Right? That is absolutely so. And Stabrook News went on to dub this as a one-off, politically expedient effort. How many of you believe that? Joining us from around the world, how many of you believe that is a one-off, politically expedient effort? That for decades, the PPCC government, the PPPC government, have had skirmishes with the opposition-led city councils, and always for political capital. This is according to Stabrook News, you know. And that the cleanup may be a sign that the PPP is already looking towards local government election this year. We should have already had those elections. Rake-gate, people. Rake-gate. Lesson 101. When you're doing your photo op, hold the instrument. Hold it properly. Hold it according to its intended purpose. You can take photo ops. It's okay. All of that is in the nature of politics. Don't let me fool myself. It's in the nature of politics. But ensure that you hold. Whatever is the implement, the appliance, the tool, hold it right. Hold it in the right direction. So at least, your credibility wouldn't be brought severely into question. This one photograph spoiled the whole cleanup. The one photograph spoiled the whole clean because it makes you wonder who else holding spade and shovel and pitchfork and so on. They're really cleaning up. Oh, it's just photo ops. It's just photo op. A good initiative, well-intentioned, right? But one photograph, tell the truth, one photograph, ladies and gentlemen, spoke the truth about the whole cleanup. One photograph. Let me bring it in a little bit so you guys can see it. One photograph with the spade, with the rake. Turn back to front. Folks, we got a country here, you know. Roxanne, Odessa, Jacobs. Y'all think y'all understand what's happening here? Junior Henry. And all the other folks. Who's sharing the live stream today, man? Like I'm watching this thing by myself. Like I come out here just as a one-man spectator kind of thing. Who's sharing? Very activist there. Exposure, man. Flora Jacobs Wild exposure. Certain exposures. So the people taking their photo up and so next time, cameraman, let me get it right. Let me actually believe that the man doing a little work, the man. Let me actually believe for once the administration doing a little work, the man. Who's sharing the live stream? I want Jair Bolsonaro from Brazil, the president. Pick up this live stream, man. Jair Bolsonaro, look at them guys tinging for you here, man. And that's the second thing the statement said. That's the second thing Aubrey Norton said. It's because the president, Jair Bolsonaro of Brazil, visiting in typical fashion. You know when you get foreigners coming by, you say, how are we talking about, man? Yeah, you had a couple of foreigners by your house for Christmas. You paint up nice and so on. You go in the front yard, you chop little grass, right? You move the grass that you chop from the front to the back, you throw it over the back fence, clog up the drain and so on. That's what's happening here. Jair Bolsonaro is visiting us shortly from Brazil, and them boys, them boys going, well, you see how the system out to work? The whole government got to halt because the ministers got to go in the street and clean up. The whole government, you know, black out City Hall, circumvent them. I hope they do it every day, every week, go in the streets. I didn't see some of y'all in 2015 when we were cleaning up. It's good to see y'all come out now and put in your quota. It's good to see you guys. Folks, share the live stream for us. Rake it. We're going to continue to follow this. We are going to continue to follow Rake. I see that handler, that Rake went under some serious pressure there, boy. Serious pressure. Things tight. Hold straight, Rake. Hold straight. Moving on, folks. Moving on. An icon has passed. Yesu Prasad, an icon in this country, a business mogul, entrepreneur extraordinaire, has passed. And our thoughts and prayers are with his friends, family, and the entire country, I'm certain, who loved him. You know, I was hopeful one time that Yesu Prasad would be president and can, in his big, magnanimous way, bridge the divide in this country. I was hopeful. I was hopeful. Now that is wishful thinking, folks. That is wishful thinking. We pause tonight. We pause tonight to reflect on the life and times of Dr. Yesu Prasad, a fantastic human being, one of those giants in our country that can speak across this arid political landscape that we have here. And we're going to miss him. We're going to miss him for a long time. We're going to miss this fella. He was a good man. Started some tremendous initiatives like the Demerara Bank, IPED, DDL. You know, these have become household names, institutions in and of themselves. The man himself was larger than life, an institution in his own right. Our thoughts and prayers are with the entire country tonight. The entire country. I think we should have been flying our country's flag at half staff. I don't know what is the protocol there, but I think he was such a significant figure. Such a significant figure. We should have been flying our national flag at half staff. That being said, our thoughts and prayers, this man has helped a lot of people with his companies. Lots of jobs were created. I think a lot of humankind this side of the Atlantic, in this little geographical space we call the oil-producing republic, were made better because he lived. Respect and manners. Walk good, Dr. Yesu Prasad. Walk good. Walk good, sir. Walk good. Moving along, folks. Moving along. Moving along. Y'all know where we there. This is what we're telling Mia Mottley, Prime Minister of Barbados, when we started the program. Hold tight, Mia, with this thing about Guyanese ain't coming to Barbados, no, because we got oil. Mia, you know things tight, yo. With all them millions of barrels of oil. It's a more discovery we make. It's more tight. Things get in here. Hold straight. Hold straight. Look how tight things tight. This man promised a woman he could buy her car. Took the woman $800,000 and disappear. Took the woman $800,000. Ladies and gentlemen. And he disappeared. He's a scamp. He disappeared. Well, he appeared before the same magistrate I went before this morning, apparently. Same magistrate the man went before. Judy Lachman. Fantastic woman. Same magistrate he went before. So the woman gave him $800,000 to buy a car. He knew he couldn't buy the car, you know. He still took the woman money. Some people real rambunctious, you know. Take the woman money. Well, the woman report him. Seabart Neil Baggott is his name. Took the woman's money. Let's say her word. Took her money. No, he had no intention of buying the woman the car, you know. According to the report, police ranks following intelligence in Region 3, in Region Division 3, swooped down at Seabart Neil Baggott's place, and they found a quantity of car parts and documents to match, suspected to be stolen or unlawfully obtained. Things tight. People doing a lot of strange things. Things tight in this country, Mia. And we'll be the first to say here, as we have said, not because things tight, you got a right to go and defraud people Seabird, Bagot. Things can be tight, we say it again, but you can be a person of integrity. Things can be tight, but you can be a person of values. Things can be tight, but you can be a person of integrity. I am made to understand that Dr. Yesu Prasad started at the age of 16 catching rats on the estates, on the sugar estates in this country. I don't know if that history is accurate, so I have an asterisk over it. But I heard that Dr. Yesu Prasad, who rose to the commanding heights of an entrepreneurial guru, a multi-millionaire, times and times and times, multi-times over in this country, started as a rat catcher on sugar estates. Things can type, but you got values, you got pride, you got decency, you got integrity, you got character. Nonetheless, things tight, folks. So we're saying, hold up, Mia. Don't rush the brush yet. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Things tight. Things so tight. We saw one columnist today, Kaito News, Peeping Tom, recommending eating rice, shine rice. He said, eat shine rice a week. That was the recommendation of Peeping Tom. Just today, take a look at this. He said, eat shine rice. Peeping Tom told us today, this was the title of the column, his recommendation, Mia. And Jair Bolsonaro, president of Brazil, Mia Mottley, prime minister of Barbados. This is the recommendation of a columnist in this country. Who's sharing the live stream? Eat shine rice for 1 week. So Peeping Tom was contending. He said, I would agree that we got some import crisis, logistical challenges internationally due to COVID and so forth, and prices for those things might be a bit high. But he said, I can't fathom how for the life of me, we producing plantain right up the road and plantain so expensive. So Peeping Tom says, we got to send a message to the sellers and the producers. Don't buy. That's what Peeping Tom said. If meat expensive, don't eat meat. Eat shine rice for 1 week. You know shine rice, people? But shine rice is not the same for everybody. It's a relative dish. But shine rice, I think, is when you cook coconut in the rice with a little seasoning or so forth. Coconut milk you use to boil the rice up nice, and you put a little seasoning and so on. You got too much of fancy things. Shine rice became a delicacy in this country at one point. Now, Peeping Tom, who's sharing the live stream? Peeping Tom is recommending today, the 17th day of January 2020, Ashley Singh said, under their administration, because you got 3 finance ministers, you got Papa Jagabat, you got Ashley Singh, and you got Kaulasar in there, 3 finance ministers in one government. Same way you got 3 ministers of health, Ramsamy, Berry Ramsuran, Leslie Ramsamy, Berry Ramsuran, and you got Frank Anthony in one government, the health sector, in a massive confusion. 3 ministers of finance in one government, And Ashley Singh, the accountant, he promised us a pathway to economic dynamism and resilience. And look the pathway here. People of the world, where you guys are watching us from, share the live stream. A columnist in this country is recommending, when all the oil discoveries we have made, with all of the oil discoveries that have been made, with over 600 plus million US dollars that we've raked in so far, closing in on $1 billion US dollars in oil revenues. Eat shine rice. Things tight in this country. Hear what Peeping Tom says. Regardless of the causes of the increase in local food prices, consumers have the power to arrest the situation. If the prices are too high, do not buy. I love that. If the prices are too high, do not buy. You know, the mayor of Georgetown said that. He can be castigated. Huh? He like the private sector. If Aubrey Norton, Kemraj Ramsden say that, they can be severely castigated. But here's Peeping Tom. If the prices are too high, do not buy. You can do without $250 per pound plantain. You can cut back on what you eat, ban your belly. That's what Peeping Tom saying. You can cut back on what you eat. Once no one buys the provisions, the prices will have to decline. So while we cannot do without food, a decline in purchases will lead to the fall in prices because the produce cannot keep forever. If you have to eat shine rice for a week, do it and see how fast the prices will come tumbling down. You see how things tight in this country? Food prices are so high. A columnist is recommending the country go back to shine rice. Oh God, PPP. Charlie Jagger must be tumbling somersaults in his grave to see what we have done with this country. Tumbling with somersaults. Eat shine rice. That is the encouragement to the economic crisis facing the country. Look what else we got to deal with. Not only shine rice, shine lights, blackout in 2022. Look what them boys telling us. Promise delivered. Promise delivered. The PPP told us today, we're going to have blackouts. That's the promise they made us. You're going to have blackouts, but maybe not as many. Them boys take the whole Garden of Eden plant, 43.2 megawatts capacity off the grid, and now they're rationing you. South, you there for blackout is Monday. Northeast, Camberville, and I'll show you guys. Y'all think we lying here? Y'all think we making up things? If we say it's a Jacobite, it's a Jacobite. We don't make up things. If we say it's a trench crapper, it's because we know it's a trench crapper. So they told us today. They're promising us blackouts, but maybe not as much. Right? And they're heading back to the older machinery at the Garden of Eden. Apnu AFC bought brand new machinery. But they brought back the old fella there, the old scamp, to manage the things. And a share problem since that. Share problems. Who's sharing the live stream? Share problems. Look at the rationing we know. It's like shine rice. Shine rice Monday. Look at them boys rationing. Y'all think I lied? This was produced today, put out today in public. So West Coast Demerara, best village to Edinburgh. Right now they're in blackout. From 1,800 hours to 2,200 hours. Am I getting my hours right? Best village and watching me right now, unless they're on the phone, battery or some generator or something like that. Monday the 17th, the rationing blackout. We can't give you a 24-hour. We can give you a couple hours, and here's the timing. Tuesday the 18th, East Coast, Mon report in Chateau Margaux, blackout in your tail. Tomorrow, Georgetown, East, West Ramville, East, West La Penitence, Northeast La Penitence, and sections of Albistown, blackout in your skin. PPP come back. Wednesday the 19th, Stevie Door, Tocqueville, Guy Hawk Park. Same city that clean up. How far they got clean up GPL. That's when they really got for clean up. And them, those misfits, square pegs in round holes, and they got the GPL. That's when they got to go carry all them upside down rakes and so on, rake them out to GPL. South Ramville Park, South Ramville Gardens, Roxanne Burnham Gardens, Lamar Swing, blackout. This is 2022, the 17th day of the new year, and this is the offering to Guyanese, blackout. Blackout, mismanagement, incompetence, blackout. Folks, y'all think it's easy in this country. So I say, when we start saying that Guyanese ain't coming no longer to Barbados, as long as Mia got 24-hour power, we come in. As long as Mia got 24-hour power, folks, in Barbados, we are coming. As long as that is happening. So you got Shine Rice Monday, Blackout Monday. What else is there? It can't get any worse. To God, it just can't. It just can't get any worse. Please, folks, Stacey and Saul, Cameron Roberts, Dolores Denny, June Cameron, it can't, Rhonda Ferguson, get any worse in this country. It just can't. Signs in the times. Signs in the times. Folks, we're so far down and at the bottom right now. We're so far down. When we reach up, we touching bottom. We're so far down, folks. When we reach up, it's bottom we touching, with these guys. Some skeleton parents want to know why their baby, Donna Samaru, died over the weekend. Baby developed some breathing problems, was taken to a private hospital. The baby started getting better with medication. The following day, the problem persists, this breathing problem and vomiting. They took the baby, they said, to Skeldon Hospital. They gave the baby an injection in Skeldon Hospital. That's what the people said. Little Donna Samaru lost her life this weekend in this country. You don't think it's easy? Lost her life. According to this report, after they visited the hospital, the infant was again examined by a doctor. And according to the grandmother, they were given a paper for the baby to get an injection. And subsequently, the injection was administered and a bottle of medicine was provided. They then left with the baby. They then left for home. And when they arrived, within a matter of 30 minutes, the baby's hand and so start fall. And so we go back to the hospital. According to the grandmother, the baby hand and so start fall. And we go back to the hospital. According to the grandmother, they met another doctor at the hospital. When they returned and they informed the doctor that the infant was given an injection earlier, she said that the doctor told her that the infant requires another injection. Just got one 30 minutes ago. The infant requires another one. But within minutes, and after the second injection was administered, the baby appeared to have stopped breathing, the grandmother said. And so little baby Samaru, Donna Samaru, this little beautiful baby, has transitioned this life. And her grandmother, Kamalawati Rodriguez, the entire family, they want answers. Why did little baby Donna Samaru have to die? That is the question they're asking. Why this little baby? What happened in the healthcare system in this country? Every time you think things can get worse, the family is calling for a thorough investigation. And we demand one as well. Why did little baby Donna Samaru have to die in this manner? Our thoughts and our prayers with the entire family, folks. They need justice. COVID surgeon, Frank them in K, and some of we in K neither. About the COVID surge. We in K. This was the situation we were made to understand just today by the Umanayana. And one of the folks there told us there was no system in place. Hundreds of people by the Umanayana for COVID tests, COVID clearances, and COVID results. Hundreds of people waiting, no system in place, chaos and confusion. The person was concerned, who's sharing the live stream? We want to see the emojis. The patrons, they were concerned. They say, if we come with COVID, we left him with COVID, Rakesh Prasad. Rhonda Ferguson, Adele Semple, Neil Baino, all 5,000 of you plus who watching us. based on the numbers we seeing in the back, and all 5,000 plus of you who watching us, why don't you share the live stream? Patrons wanted to know, why don't we have any system in place? Frank, your name, call in. Frank, your name, call in. Patrons want to know. No system in place. Hundreds of persons turned up there for COVID tests, clearances, and results. Hundreds of persons, guys. Hundreds of persons. You know where 100 persons turned up also recently? You all know where? Not too far from there. Where were the authorities? The authorities hunting one man who threw, or one person, or persons who threw some garbage in the city, and rightfully so. Hunting. Where were the authorities when hundreds also turned up another part of the city, just behind the Marriott over the weekend, not too far from the Umanayana? Where were the authorities then, folks? Where were the authorities then? Six or seven policemen turned up by my home to arrest me. I sure that seawall by the Marriott, you had 6 policemen out there. Where are the authorities? How COVID going to finish in this country? Frank them give up, you know. Frank them give up. Who's sharing the live streams to the world? So me, Motley, Prime Minister of Barbados, to see what happened in here. And why Guyanese will continue to go to Barbados. Jair Bolsonaro, look what happened in this country that you come into. If that went by too quick for some of you, this is the Marriott beachfront just last weekend. Just last weekend. Yep. Things to make you scratch your head. How COVID going to finish in this country? And with sites like that, with scenes like that, these numbers going to make sense to y'all. But before that, the installed Minister of Health, Frank Anthony, he has apologized. You remember we shared this story with you guys about this father who had to fetch his dead son? They watch our program, you know. Them boys watch our program, and rightfully so. They got to watch something fit and proper. That man who fetched his dead son from the Mabaruma hospital to the burial ground because there was no transportation made available to them. Well, the installed Minister of Health has come out and apologized. He said it's not the standard procedure. He said a vehicle should have been made available between the hospital and the police, between the health authorities and the police, for the body to have gone to the ground, from the mortuary to the burial place. But the father couldn't wait on them. He had spent hours already waiting. And he wanted to interre his son, to bid him farewell. And so he hoisted his son's remains onto his shoulder and walked through the streets of Mabaruma. Frank said it's not standard procedure. What happened by Umanayana just today? Is that standard procedure? What transpired? Who's sharing the live stream, man? What transpired here by the Umanayana today, is that standard procedure? What transpired today, over the weekend rather, by the Marriott Beachfront, is that standard procedure? I want to know. Is that standard procedure in a COVID pandemic, ladies and gentlemen? Is it? I want to know that. Is that standard procedure in a COVID pandemic? Just today, the active cases in Guyana reached 11,494. You understand why? With scenes like that just today at the Umanayana there in Kingston and the Marriott Beachfront over the weekend, you understand why the active cases are now 11,494? You understand why 320 teachers are COVID positive and 165 students are COVID positive over the last 2 weeks? And why the Guyana Teachers Union, through Mr. Mark Light, they're asking for a 2 weeks cessation of face-to-face learning and back to virtual learning? We understand why. Do we understand why, folks? Frank them give up. They have failed us. And all of them should do the honorable thing and resign. And resign. With the COVID fest that transpired there at the Marriott Beachfront, you understand why we have those numbers? You understand why? Do you understand why, folks, from around the world, why we have those numbers? Stories loading, folks. You know, when I was, again, pursuing journalism at the University of Guyana, so privileged that is my alma mater. They got a couple things right, you know, with folks like me passing through there. I didn't fall out like catfish. I didn't drop out. I completed my studies, completed communication studies, completed reading law, graduated. They told us there, you report the news and you don't become the news. That's one of the things that happened that hasn't left me. You report the news, you don't become the news. Them boys trying with me though. Why y'all know that? The Jagabats and the trench crappos, they're trying with me. They're trying with me. Today, folks, today, just today, I had to go to court by way of update. The Diamond Grove Magistrate's Court and stood before a professional magistrate, wonderfully tempered, very learned woman, Judy Latchman. And as she read these crazy charges to me, I said, not guilty. Not guilty. The man who bring the man who made the allegations didn't show up though. Look, people can accuse you of all kind of things. They don't show up, you know. They don't show up. They're going to accuse you of all sorts of things. They will not show up. And so the case has now been pushed. This is the Jagabats Trench Crapo case. It has now been pushed to February 10th, folks. Thank you so much for your support. And I want to give a big shout out tonight to my attorneys. Big shout out. These guys have done a fantastic job. This is the team from that par excellence law firm, Hughes, Fields and Stobies. Hughes, Fields and Stobies. And I was ably represented by two young, fantastic attorneys, Narissa Leander and Ayanna Butts. Fantastic attorneys. Young, vibrant, fired up, ready to go attorneys. And they were ably assisted by Mr. Nigel Hughes himself today. And a stalwart and legal luminary in his own right, Mr. Kemraj Ramjitan. And I had a good, strong shoulder to lean on this morning in my colleague Amanza Walton Desir, who posted bail for me. $200,000 bail. Not guilty was my plea. $200,000 bail. And we are to return to court on February 10th. And in similar fashion like today, we are going to be lawyered up, attorneyed up, fired up, ready to go with one of the best legal teams in this country. It's an A team. Narissa Leander and Ayanna Butts of the Hughes, Fields and Stobies law firm are bright young women. Bright, bad. They're not 100-watt bulbs. They're like 6,000 watts LED. Them girls bright. And being trained and mentored by fantastic, I call him an influencer, senior counsel, Nigel Hughes and Kemraj Ramjitan. And really grateful that when that exemplary magistrate, Judy Lachman, first quoted the bail as $275,000, I start thinking, how much is old body of Myung and Fetch and rung by Lambert Street and King Street area? I started doing the maths. I said, look, I mightn't fetch too much. when the magistrate quoted the $275,000, I said, I'm going to fetch too much. And then my colleague Amanza Walton Desir, she said, all right, we good. I started looking to see how much, what little work I could get now. Which little Chinese shop I could go in and wash little wares. Maybe go by the Marriott and get a little hold on. And saw the attorneys intervened, and with no protestation from the prosecution, the learned magistrate agreed with $200,000 bail. Apparently, I'm not a flight risk. Apparently, I'm not a flight risk, and I've never had any brushes with the law before. I know what going forward under the trench crappos and the jagabats. I don't know about going forward, but I've never had any brushes with the law. Clean, squeaky clean record. Squeaky clean up until now. Thanks to the jagabats and the trench crappos. I want to say a big shout out to the legal team. And I want to say also respect and manners to Magistrate Judy Lachman. Respect and manners, folks. And we're going to keep you posted as this case of the trench crapo and the jagabats progresses. We're going to keep you guys posted. Again, the case is up for hearing on the 10th of February, 10:30 in the morning, right there at the Diamond Grove Magistrate Court. And we are fired up and we are ready to go. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for your overwhelming support. And that's our program for tonight, guys. That's our program. It is because of you guys that we out here day after day. It's because of your love and your support. We are out here. And it means the world to us. Thank you so much for the folks who turned up there in person this morning and said, we're there with you. So exuberantly. Thank you for your support. We prepared for the long haul. Thanks again to the fantastic legal team. The international legal team of Hughes, Fields and Stobies. Ably led again by Narissa Leander, this case, and Ayanna Butts, Nigel Hughes, Kemraj Ramjitan. And thanks for the support. Physical support this morning, my colleague, Amanza Walton is here. That's our program time, guys. Share the live stream. We want to see those emojis. Support us financially too, if you can. That will take us a long way. We got a whole host of platforms. We got Cash App. Our Cash App handle is $, in the ring 592. Our Cash App handle is $, in the ring 592. The $, in the ring 592. At PayPal, our PayPal address, our PayPal email address is in the ring 592 at gmail.com. In the ring 592 at gmail.com. Every cent, folks, is well spent. We're good stewards of your finances. at the MMG platform. That's the local Cash App. Our number there is 627-6963, 627-6963. We're available via MoneyGram, available via Western Union as well, guys. Come on board. We are good stewards of your money. Make a donation today and see us go a far way with our podcast, Below the Belt. Every day we are on air from 12 to 1 during that lunch hour. Every day during the week, we're on air in the ring. And our website, we're building it out more and more, guys. And we're developing some merch because so many of you have gravitated to our slangs, to our little sayings here. And we want to make them more available to you on various pieces of merchandise. And that's a good way you can support us. And we're going to be launching that aspect very soon as well. Thank you for your immense support. And we know that lots of you have taken to this brand or these brands in such a fabulous way, folks. But we want to advise you against reproducing any of our material here. A lot of thought goes into it, right? And a lot of money to invested into people that help us to come up with some of these concepts. And they are our intellectual, I think they call it our intellectual property. And we want to guard them jealously, folks. So we are advising you guys not to reproduce any of them on t-shirts or so forth without our express consent. They are our intellectual property. And so we want to caution and really advise persons to contact us first before doing so. We understand the excitement and the exuberance and all of that. But we want to temper that with caution. Thanks for joining the program this evening. That's our program this evening, folks. We're going to be back tomorrow, same time, same place. But at 12, we're back with our podcast, Below the Belt, our international podcast. 12 p.m. tomorrow during that lunch hour. And then we're back in the ring tomorrow night. Stay safe wherever you guys are. Stay safe. Share the live stream. And we still want to see those emojis. And King, good to see you. Humble B, good to see you. Orwin Don Cook, Natasha Marks, Candy Harris, Shawnette Sicharan, Mohan, Krishna John. Good to see you, Krishna. Krishna says, I'm single. You see, people here enough for the program, it's the socialization in the comments. We told y'all, there's the formal program, and then in the comments, it's the informal program. Right? The man said, I'm single. He looking for somebody. And then you got somebody named FN Jagabats. Wow, that's a name, I'm not trying to be facetious. That's a Facebook name. Karen McFoy, Ver de France. Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining the live show. Good to see each and every one of you. Gail Alicock. Good to see you, Gail, and your fantastic sister, Dennis Chilcott. Good to see you, folks. Carlton Beverly, Abigail Utline Passad. Respect and manners to all of you guys. You make the program what it is. Guys, if you want to invest in a program, we ask you guys to come on board and partner with us and help us to keep growing from strength to strength. Put your money where your mouth there. Come on board, guys, and partner with us. Good seeing so many of you guys on the live stream tonight. Good seeing so many of you guys on the live stream tonight. Good to see you, Hazel Austin. Good to see you, Joylyn Cook. Good to see you, Leslyn Tom. Auntie Leslyn, good to see you. Good to see each and every one of you, wherever you guys are joining us from. Wherever you guys are joining us from. Some of y'all lucky we ain't got a good night to all except this evening. You're lucky. You're lucky we ain't get to listen. But tomorrow night, we're going to have that good night to all except. Good to see each and every one of you. Come on board, guys, and partner with us. Cynthia Hetty Meyer, Unruly Moore, Joylyn Cook, Paul Yandro, Melissa McFarlane, Precious Favor, Veronica Primo Rollins. Good to see you, Nadira Smith. Good to see you, Leslie Naz, Warnella Garnett, Angela McDonald. Good to see each and every one of you. Give the live stream a share. Give the program a share. Share in the ring, folks. And we're going to be back with you tomorrow. We want to see those emojis as well. Stay safe, each and every one of you. Stay safe.